magnify the Lord with me. Basically, David was saying, I don't want to party by myself, so can I get somebody else to come to the party and we'll magnify the Lord together? He says, oh, magnify the Lord with me. And here is the connecting part. This is the part where I say you need to learn how to cover one another. He says, and let us exalt his name. If y'all be with me, I'll be just a few minutes. Don't y'all go to sleep on me yet. But David then, in the 4th verse, gives us the reason why he wants to magnify the Lord. He gives us the reason behind how he can bless the Lord at all times, because David remembers back what he had been through. The problem is with some of us is God has brought us out. When I talked about eating neck bones in the morning and having cardboard in our shoes and having to get our pants sewed up by mama and having to put patches on, and you used to wear the dress on Sunday this Sunday and your sister used to wear it on the next Sunday. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You can remember when you had the hot comb in your hair. Wasn't no relaxers, wasn't no purse. Y'all can remember what I'm talking about. You remember when you ate for breakfast what you ate for dinner last night. You can remember when there was just vegetables on the table and wasn't no meat. You can remember when you used to have to go to the outhouse. Some of y'all didn't already have running water in your house. You had to go down the street and fill up the bucket and bring it back to the house. Some of y'all can remember when you bathed in one of them little tin tubs. David rewinds the clock for just a little minute. That's why I always like the Beverly Hillbillies. Y'all remember the Beverly Hillbillies? When they struck gold and they moved to California A, and when they got to California A, they saw the fancy eating table. And the fancy eating table was the pool table, but they thought it was a fancy eating table. But what I like about the Beverly Hillbillies is that when they got a big house, they made them buy a big house. But you always seen Chad rolling up in that old raggedy truck. Chad didn't go out and buy a Mercedes. He didn't go out and buy a BMW. He didn't get a limo. But he always showed up in that old raggedy truck. And I always wondered why Chad showed up in that old raggedy truck. But every now and then, Chad said I wasn't always up on the hill. I need to look from where I came. I didn't always have money. I was driving my old raggedy truck. Sometimes you just need to look back from where God brought you from. So he says, this is why I can bless him. This is why I can praise him. He said, I sought. That word in the Greek and Hebrew means to seek after or to seek deity. Here's it. I want y'all to get this right here. Now wake your neighbor up. Say, this is it right here. This is how you're going to get out your mess. And it means to seek deity with prayer and worship. Some of y'all getting ready to get your help right here. Some of y'all going to mess around and miss it. It means to seek deity or to seek God with prayer and worship. Now the first part is to seek God with prayer. And prayer is not just noted for you to beg God or for you to plead in a certain situation. Sometimes you want to talk to God and just tell him thank you. God, I don't really want anything. I don't really want you to do anything for me. But all I just stopped by to tell you is thank you for what you already done. Isn't it good every now and then have your children come by your house, ain't trying to get in your pocket, don't want to go in your refrigerator, don't need nothing, they just come by, mama, I just come by to say hi.